At the beginning of the 19th century, when industry was becoming America's religion, Brooklyn was considered the hinterland of unreachable Manhattan, and Greenpoint in turn, the hinterland of Brooklyn. For immigrants, it was one of the key gateways to America. For some, the beginning and the end of their journey. In the second half of the 20th century, the area between Newtown Creek and the highway connecting Brooklyn with Manhattan was known as Little Poland. You could hear people speaking Polish, shopping at Polish stores, visiting Polish doctors, barbers, lawyers, and restaurants. But there was never a place like this in Poland. Watch the Greenpoint Tales.
My name is Lukas Kownacki. I'm born in Łomża, Poland. I came here as an immigrant with my parents and my two brothers to Greenpoint, New York. That's where it all started, in Brooklyn right here. Before we got here, my grandparents came here a few times, and then my aunt, my dad's sister, came here, and we kind of followed in their footsteps. I was around 2-3 years old. My younger brother was 1.5 years. My older brother was 6-7 years old when we first came here. I still, to this day, don't know how my mom did it with my dad. You know, they're looking to give a better future for their kids. I think that was like their #1 motivation, because I know they were scared. They didn't speak the language. They barely knew anybody here besides my aunt and a couple other people. But it was good to have that support from other local Polish people that also were in the same shoes and came here. We kind of all stuck together and made it work. It was definitely tough. The living environment wasn't as great as it was for them maybe in Poland, but I think with the possible future that it could give us, they did everything they can to at least show us that they were happy. Were they truly happy? You know, I think the fact that they saw us in the way, the opportunities that it could bring us, I think that's what kind of kept them going and made them happy. We had a tough, I guess, getting used to the area, so we got in trouble a lot in school. So we were switching schools often. You know, you come to a place where you know, you don't know anybody. There were a lot of Polish people, but you know, you didn't speak the language. So you're kind of trying to assimilate to the environment and fit in. And you know, you don't have, you know, everything. You know, you don't have the cool sneakers because it was tough in the beginning. You don't have the cool shirt, so you're trying to just, you know, meet friends and fit in as best as you can. And sometimes, you know, it didn't work. As I was getting older, I just knew I wanted to do something where I could kind of give back to my parents and kind of help them out, and set some kind of stable financial place for me, my parents, and my future family. Where at first I didn't want to become a law enforcement officer, but I slowly, like, I was a good kid growing up, maybe not a good kid like with school, but I never did any drugs, never drank alcohol, just kind of stayed away from on a straight path. And so I decided to take as much public servant tests as I can. One of them being the Maryland Transportation Authority Police, the state police of Maryland, and then also local ones in New York. I started working in Maryland. I got the job when I was 20. And I was scared. I didn't want to go. You know, it's a whole new state, a whole new everything. So I'm like, okay, I packed up. I went to the academy. Academy was very tough. The first week, I wanted to come back home. Being away from, from family, being away from my brothers, being away from my cousins, and just being there by yourself. You know, it's you go to a place where it's kind of paramilitary-like, so it's very stressful. And you go home when I was here, you go home to your mom. She'll make you a good meal, talk to your brothers, and you forget about everything. But there, you go home and there's nobody there. So it was different. But the first weeks were tough, but thanks to the support of my parents, my brothers, and my cousins, who are like my brothers to me, they always were supportive and came down whenever they can, and always gave me a phone call just to kind of keep my spirits high, and I was able to graduate and work in Maryland. And shortly after, I would say 3 years after, I had to go through academy again, just because I wanted to come closer to home. And it was a lot easier because I already knew what to do, what it entails. And then I became a state trooper for the New York State Police. Every traffic stop could be it, especially when you get the hairs on the back of your neck sticking up. You have a bad feeling about a certain car. You don't know who you're stopping and what they're doing, what their intentions are, where they're going. I always try to be a good person and talk to people before having to use escalate anything in any other way. It's called verbal judo. Just kind of talk to people, and usually with words you're able to calm the situation down. You do a traffic stop and the person has, you have to arrest him for whatever reason, whether he's wanted or there's a gun in the car, or there's drugs in the car, whatever the situation is. And sometimes the backup could be 15, 20 minutes away, and you have to kind of learn to kill the time before they come and not getting already because you're there by yourself. So sometimes there's 2 people in the car, sometimes there's 4 people in the car. They're coming back from a party, and and it could go either way. So you have to kind of just try to maintain a good relationship with them, and kind of talk them into getting arrested and whatever I had to do as a trooper for that situation. That's why I took the job, is to help people. I have plenty of stories about dangerous situations or pulling over people, but that's part of the job. But the main reason I took the job was to try to help people and be a good role model to others. I think it's definitely gave me the foundation to where I am today. I mean, without it, it'll definitely be hard for me to be where I am today. Like I said, I enjoy the part of it where I get to help somebody, and I could put an impact on their life where it's for the good. And I love to be a role model to other young people who are kind of in my shoes, or even not in my shoes, but to show them the good of police officers, because now they do have a bad stigma attached with them because of the past incidents that are occurring. So I do enjoy it. It's an honor for me to put on the uniform and go to work. I think it's something that I'm proud to do, and I definitely don't take it for granted. So it's definitely something. Sports just started. My dad always told me to get involved in sports, and my cousins. They love to fight, karate, boxing, MMA, and growing up, my parents would had to work multiple jobs, so we hung out a lot with our cousins, and there were also 3 brothers, and they were older than us, so we kind of looked up to them in every aspect. So whatever they did, we wanted to do, pull-ups, push-ups, playing soccer, a lot of boxing and stuff like that. And thanks to my brother Adam, who created a huge name for himself and for our family, with great success in the area. Through him, I was able to connect with and meet a lot of great influential people in boxing and outside of boxing. I created a passion for it and love for it, so I wanted always to be involved and do something with it. And because of the people I was able to meet through my brother, I wanted to become a manager, which kind of helps other boxers who are trying to go up in the rankings, and kind of guide them in a way where they can be the most successful in their careers. I think you have to be open, you have to do it honestly. It's definitely a tough sport, especially if you don't have someone who's an Olympian or has amazing credentials where you could get them signed right away. And it's very expensive. It takes a financial burden on you, it takes a financial burden on your family life. But I think the number one thing is just being honest with one another and kind of building your plan. And you kind of have to just carve that together with that boxer and see if you can fit for each other. And if it's a good fit, and we can work with each other, you got to do your best to kind of give them that opportunity and let them shine. I would say I'm definitely Polish. That's always going to be my blood, always going to be in my roots. I don't think I can see myself living there. I would love to, we went there for the vacation. I would love to have my kids, if I'm, blessed with kids, to take them to Poland for the summer, have them live that life and, farmland, and see my grandma and my aunts and uncles. But myself, I can't, I wouldn't be able to like find myself over there. I don't believe so, at least. I definitely feel like an immigrant. I think everybody in New York does. Well, not many people have came here from different countries, and that's the cool thing about New York. Is we're all kind of in a similar path. Everyone's a little bit different, but we all came from a different place. I still have the accent. I still try to speak Polish. I still try to eat Polish food, and I want to instill that in my kids as well. I think it's very, very important. I do feel like an immigrant here in New York, even though I've been here for most of my life, just because I keep the culture and the traditions deeply to me. I still go back to Poland often, and I love to instill that in my kids and try to visit Poland as much as I can. I just think it's a big part of me and always will be, and it's something that I'll never give up for anything. I think the Polish people that came here now definitely treated differently. I think they're more known as intelligent people. We created a great name for ourselves, creating great businesses, taking on prestigious jobs, doctors, lawyers, and being very, very successful. I admire Polish people because anywhere they go, it's clean. If you know where it's a Polish area, because the house is well taken care of, the grass is cut. It's a great trait, and I feel like wherever we are, it adds value to either to the area, whether it's real estate, or to the schools, or I feel like overall we're a very hardworking and an intelligent culture. If I had a goldfish and I'd give it some wishes that I would like, I wish my parents could finally retire and just do what they finally love instead of always looking out after us. Second wish is I hope Damien and my other fighters get to the levels where they dream of. I hope I could be with them the whole way and then kind of help them in that way. And third wish, I hope I could give the same roots and same, I guess, foundation my parents gave for me and my wife's parents gave for her, that hopefully we could give to our kids and raise them the way that they raised us.